Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. No ESN operative killed at Isuochi. IPOB insists. Wants Nigerian army to desist from defaming it. To my dear listeners, the Igbos have actually come out to warn the Nigerian army that the ESN operatives didn't kill anyone at Isuochi and warned the Nigerian army to desist and back from defaming it. To my dear listeners, before I go into the details, it is an interesting news, right? Please, before I go into the details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe and share. Now the details. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has debunked what it described as a concocted propaganda and falsehood peddled to the public by the Nigerian army that their troops and another group known as Udoka, stationed in the southeast region, killed 4 IPOB and ESN members in a forest at Umuako, Isuochi, Omuneochi local government area of Abia State. This was contained in a statement by IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary, more powerful and made available to journalists in Oka on Friday. It accused the Nigerian army of committing silent genocide against innocent Biafrans in their quest to blackmail and demonize IPOB before the international community. The statement reads in part, the Nigerian army has invaded an uncountable number of communities and villages in the southeast, murdered innocent civilians, and tagged their victims' murderers on IPOB or ESN. IPOB members are not violent, nor are they terrorists. In the same way, ESN operatives have never indulged in any form of criminality, nor are involved in any destructive activities that can cause the land of Biafra and Indibo any harm. Instead, IPOB and ESN members have been at the forefront of providing security against the marauding Fulani terrorists against Indibo. One must wonder why the Nigerian government and our murderous military are against IPOB and ESN, who are deterring the Fulani terrorists onslaught against the Igbos. According to IPOB, the recent claim of killing 4 IPOB and ESN operatives at a forest in Isuochi is another lie because there was no record of confrontation between ESN and the Nigerian army. More so, ESN does not have camp in the said location. If the claims of killing 4 Igbo men and women by the Nigerian army is true, the Nigerian army has just killed innocent people. Those murdered are innocent Igbo people. That is to confirm the furthering of the silent genocide being committed by the Nigerian army against Indibo. This statement said, IPOB further called on the Nigerian army to cease and desist from blackmailing IPOB and ESN when they killed innocent Biafran citizens. We are not criminals, not terrorists to be killed like animals, the separatist group said. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. And now before I go, to my dear listeners, I think it is the high time the purported Nigerian army will stop defaming IPOB, ESN especially, for stuffs they didn't for stuffs they are not involved with. Because at some point I was thinking, what would be their gain? Framing these people for the crime they did not commit, the crime they didn't know anything about. And in the news, it said, and I quote, that if those four peoples that were allegedly said they were killed, if that was true, definitely they have killed just innocent people. Then, so when are we expecting this Nigeria to go forward? Because when we start killing innocent people, won't their spirit fight back? They have their creators too. And what are we expecting? And yet we're expecting the country to go further, the country to progress. That can never be possible as it is. So to my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. And now before I go, let's move down to the comment section. Let's see what people have to say. The first comment I ever says, Nigerian men in the East are honestly looking for trouble. Everybody knows it. Moving on. A comment here says, IPOB, wake up. Protect your people and speak truth at all times. Remember the hurt you walk on is watching. Our ancestors are fighting too. And the last comment I ever says, they have killed Farmer. Well, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.